Plymouth Raiders put their undefeated record on the line with the visit of Surrey Heat, who've also had a hot start with 5 victories from 6 games. Mike Ojo showing the Raiders' intention in the opening few seconds, nailing a triple on the first play of the game. Jeremy Bell with the assists there, and the roles were reversed moments later as Ojo found Bell cutting underneath, Plymouth posting the first 6 points of the game. Here's one for the Statos out there. Are you giving Julius Joseph an assist on his own score? At the other end, Colin O'Reilly's triple makes it 21-12 to Plymouth after 8 minutes. Martel McLemore finishes on the break for the Heat as the gap is trimmed to 5 early in the second. But O'Reilly again from distance, and the Raiders are looking in good shape. Heat though would respond with a 12-2 run to level the game at 37-37. Matchneck helped the lead back out to 7 points in the third quarter, but the Heat were about to go on another run. Albert Margai finds his way to basket as the momentum starts to shift. Martel McLemore then connected with a couple of freebies as Surrey levelled the match at 50-50. And then Margai again finds a way to score. And Plymouth was struggling at this point in time, in need of some help from the 6th man. It didn't stop the run, however. Chavez Holmes racking up a couple of scores as Surrey turned a 5-point deficit into a 9-point lead. O'Reilly finally ended that streak as the Raiders looked for a way back into the game. In the final period, Raiders cut it to 66-62 on this Anthony Rowe score, but Sam Cricelli and Peter Simek combined for the bulk of 9 unanswered points by the visitors, which saw their lead back out to 75-62. Bell helped cut the gap to 6 with just over 2 minutes to play, but Frank Holmes and his namesake Chavez combined to see the Heat to 10 consecutive points and on their way to victory. 4 players with 17 or more and 62 points in the paint as the Heat inflicted the first defeat of the season on Plymouth. Final score, Plymouth Raiders 78, Surrey Heat 95.
Together, man. We did it together.
One of the toughest places to travel in BBL, Plymouth, long travel. Heat came here and took a valuable away win. What are your thoughts on the game today?
It's been a long time coming. We've played some good games against them here, and we thought that the way they started was going to be really tough. They out-rebounded us with about 13 offensive rebounds in the first half. We spoke about in the second half, and I think it was once again our defense forced some turnovers. We got out on the break a little what they were doing in the first half, and that helped get us the big, all-important win.
And how important do you think it is the good start to keep the game tight on an away court if you want to win?
I think it's very important. If they build a lead, they get into their comfort zone. They got a lot of talented players who shoot the ball really well. So it was important we made the runs when we did. We were close enough to getting able to pounce, and that's what we were able to do at the right time.
And in the second half, especially in the third quarter, you really stepped on the gas and you took the lead and you pretty much didn't look back from there.
Yeah, I think the thing about our team is you can't really key in on anybody right now. I felt Albert Margai brought a lot of energy defensively, did really well. He also got a couple of buckets for us. Sam Cricelli from the top of the key, he makes that shot all night long. And then obviously Frank Holmes, the new Frank Holmes, composed, not getting frustrated with calls. I think felt he also did a great job, a great team performance.
And coaches always find something positive when they lose. Something possibly slightly negative today. No 3-pointers at all in the game.
Yeah, I think I think Kalen's been our best 3-point shooter this season. But obviously, once you get the scouting report goes out, they kind of like take away certain guys from taking those 3-point shots. But it's something we know that we need to improve on if we're going to, be successful. So we keep on working on it in practice. But if we can get all the baskets inside the paint the way we are, it's high percentage shots that are going to win us games.
And in 6 days, you will be in your same team in the Surrey Sports Park in the BBL Cup quarterfinals. How is that game going to be then?
I think they're going to come back with a point to prove. The cup game is, you kind of like look at it as, being 2 wins away from being in a final. But as I've always said, I'm not getting ahead of ourselves. We're keeping our feet firmly on the ground. We know they're a great team. We know they're going to come back with a different game plan. And we just need to be prepared and, try and defend the home court as normal.
Gavin, a tough game today against Guildford Heat. Bit of a game of 2 halves over there and a bit of defeat. What are your thoughts of the game today here?
I just thought we shot the ball incredibly badly, and it was just, one of those things. I mean, our percentages I won't get 4 or 5 guys playing that badly at the same time again. Matt and Colin did a decent job, but overall it was just a really bad shooting display, and that's it really. I don't think you look at it and go, oh wow, they were magnificent, or we were horrendous in terms of, you know, how we approached the game or how we played the game. It was just the ball wouldn't go down, you know, and they got, you know, a little bit of the rubber to green in terms of ball bouncing off and into, you know, I mean, it was just one of those games you look at and think, geez, how did that happen? But they played okay, and you know, we can hit a barn door, so it is what it is. You lose by, you know, 1 or get blown out, it doesn't really matter.
In the first half, the game stayed pretty tight, and your team, offensive rebounds, you kept on grabbing the balls all the time on the offensive end.
Well, Matt had a great game in terms of, you know, rebounding, but at the same time he was picking up tic-tac fouls all over the place, and he was sat down, you know, and that was it really. When he was out, it was limited production inside, unfortunately. But you know, it's just one of those games, and everybody had a bad day. So yeah, it's a bit of shame on that, but it is what it is.
In the third quarter, Heat seemed to step on the gas a bit and got the lead over there, and pretty much kept the lead until the end of the game.
Yeah, they did a good. You know what they did? They had the killer instinct, and that's what we've been talking about. In the first half, we're up by 10, and we should just run away with the game. We didn't, and they really, you know, put the foot on the gas and took the game. So all credit to them.
And you don't have to wait too long before you can see Guildford Heat again, so you get to have a revenge match next Saturday in Guildford and Cup.
I mean, we're looking forward to that. Obviously, we've got Manchester on Friday first, and it's just about, you know, getting better. I think we won't shoot like that ever again, I doubt. So yeah, it's a bitter defeat, especially on a home floor. You know, the crowd were great, but it's one that the players will certainly learn from.
Frank Holmes, Plymouth away trip for Surrey Heat over here, and a great away win. What are your feelings after the game today?
I feel great. It was a total team effort. Everybody played hard on both ends of the floor, especially on the defensive end. So I'm very pleased with the win.
And the home team kept the lead over there on a couple of points in the first half. Then on the third quarter, you seemed to step on the gas and you took the lead, and you didn't look back since then.
Oh yeah, they had a little bit more energy than us at first, and then we just picked it up. And in halftime, we just came out. We just got to come out and just play our basketball.
And some coaches and so forth have been commenting that this is a new Frank Holmes for this season. What are your thoughts on that one?
Oh yeah. You know, I had to change, you know, for the better. You know, just be out there and help to support my team. So change is always good.
And today, big points from yourself, helping your team getting a great win and staying there at the top of the league. Well, top battles of the league. Oh
yeah. We're just taking it one game at a time. So you know, each game just come out, try to get the win, and move on to the next one.
And next Saturday, repeat of this one in Surrey Sports Park. What are your thoughts of that game?
My thoughts is we just gotta prepare for practice and then just come out and get ready for the game.